All right, we're back with you, and more than 2 inches of rain fell in western Pennsylvania on Friday. It suspended second-round play at the U.S. Women's Open. The expectation was that those that completed their second round Saturday may have an advantage, particularly on softened greens, but somebody said that wouldn't happen.
You want to get it right every now and then.
All right, let's take you to the highlights and show you the second round completion and what they got completed in the third round. Here's Paula Creamer on 9, 15 feet for birdie. Yes, she got to 1 under at that point. Now Creamer, though, gave it right back on 10. This is her second shot from a tough spot, trying to get out of a bunker area, and that didn't work out well.
Yeah, she just didn't take her medicine there, got a little too aggressive. Now this is her third, and this is a brutal par 4. Both 1 and 10 play parallel to each other, and a lot of big scores here. And Paula Creamer ultimately would end up making double bogey here, and you can see the frustration.
But she would feel a little bit better on 17 here. Her third shot in the par 4, this 12 feet for birdie.
Yeah, this is a short par 4, giving the ladies a chance to make a birdie, and Paula took advantage of it.
That gets her to even par, tied her for the lead. Now on 18 to stay in the lead with his par save.
Well, after missing the green, it was a very nice up and down.
So Creamer ends the second round at even par. Now Suzann Pettersen, 3 over for her second round here. 17 is a drivable par 4, as you said. This is her chip shot.
Yeah, Suzann Pettersen certainly has the game and is very capable of winning this U.S. Women's Open.
So on 18 now, the third shot. Look at this long bunker shot. And she shows a little bit of a deft touch there.
Yeah, she put it in a horrible position, but recovered nicely. That's something that is really, really difficult to do here at Oakmont.
All right, so she gets to 2 over with that par save, and she's in 2 shots back. Now she starts her afternoon third round. This for par, and she got a birdie reaction because that's a tough putt.
Yeah, this hole averaging right at 5 strokes, which is unheard of for a par 4. Well done there for Pettersen.
She was 2 over. She remained 2 back of the leaders. Brittany Lang here playing very well. 2 over. This for birdie on 2 and drains it. She just 1 back.
Brittany Lang can get hot with a putter. She has the ball striking skills to compete in this championship.
All right, and here she is putting for birdie up this ridge now, and look at it go down. It ties her for the lead with Creamer at even par.
Now that's the missing piece of the puzzle for her. She can get some confidence. Look out.
All right, so here are the scores as we speak right now. They will play until dark here. Paula Creamer, though, 2 shots clear of the field with the 1 under par score right now, 1 under on her round. Brittany Lang is still 2 shots back, and Pettersen is at 3 back. What else strikes you on this leaderboard, Charlie?
Well, you got Christina Kim, who's all of a sudden playing some very good golf right now. Lost in the playoff last week and hasn't played well this year. She could be a factor as we head into this final 2 rounds here.
All right, our Golf Channel analyst, Kay Cockrell, has been working on the broadcast team for this championship. She joins us now. And Kay, what was generally the player reaction to the golf course and how quickly it toughened back up after that rain?
I think players have it in their mindset that this golf course is always going to play some degree of tough. But yeah, this morning when conditions were soft, it may have eased up just a little bit because the greens slowed up just a bit and players could be more aggressive with their approach shots. But after the second round, before the third round start, Mike Davis had the crew out there rolling the greens because he wanted to speed them back up and get that extra run out, if you will, on the surfaces. So the green speeds are back up pretty, maybe not quite where they were on Thursday, but very fast. Yet the greens are still a little bit soft, so players can be still a bit aggressive with their approach shots.
Well, Kay, I'll ask you about those green speeds because the talk was that they were getting all the way up back to 14 after 2 inches of rain the day before. Has anyone talked about the fairness of that and the difficulty that it poses to the players?
You know, I haven't heard anything about that, and I think if players feel like it's a touch unfair, they are not going to verbalize that because the fact of the matter is those are the conditions that are in play here at Oakmont. Those are the conditions that the men played under, and if in any U.S. Open you start grumbling and complaining about the toughness, quote, toughness of the setup, you're just going to set yourself back and make it that much harder to perform. So you have to have an open mind, you have to welcome the challenge and rise above it.
Well, it still may be difficult, but there is at least 1 player currently under par, so it shows you can get some good scores out there. Kay Cockrell, thanks for joining us. All right, let's go to some notable scores now, and you can see Lexi Thompson is 5 over par, playing very well at first professional U.S. Open. Natalie Gulbis also has shown some good play as well.
Yanni Sin, looking at her struggle there, it's unusual to see that happen. A very strong player. And then Morgan Pressel not getting it going very well either.
You can see Michelle Wie actually has not posted a round better than 75 since the 2006 U.S. Women's Open. So let's talk a little bit more about that setup. I mean, the fact that this is such a quality golf course, what does that say, and what is it showing us about the level of play that these players are showing here? Well,
the players are very respectful, first of all, for having an opportunity to come and play Oakmont. Unbelievable history here. This is the 15th USGA Championship. But this is the poster child for penal golf course architecture. And when you see a championship contested at Oakmont, you're going to see some unbelievably crazy things happen on the golf course. It's just part of Oakmont. And we're going to take a look right now at 3 of those things. This is Sakura Yokamini. This is actually in the second round for Eagle out at the 9th. You can see just what she was dealing with there. I mean, she has to go across 2 very huge ridges. I mean, this is a very accomplished player. 16 wins on the Japanese LPGA. She couldn't get that within 20 feet. And then in the 3rd round, this is Chia Aramura on the very difficult first green, and this is a putt that looks pretty good at this point, right? We're actually going to speed this up a little bit because it took a long time to get to its final resting point. I mean, keep in mind, that's a putt that very nearly went in the hole. She was putting for birdie. Ultimately, she ended up making double bogey. And then Wendy Ward at the 2nd. Watch very closely. I mean, this is coming in with just a short iron. This is a shot that very nearly goes in the hole. I mean, she's got to feel great about this. This ball, we're going to speed that up as well. Look at where that ends up. And this is a hole location that's 26 yards deep into this green. She ended up making double bogey. I mean, this is just the sort of thing that you can expect to happen at Oakmont. I mean, you have to perform right there on that razor's edge, and there's so little difference between making birdie, or eagle, as we saw Wendy Ward, and double bogey. And when these things happen, you have to be able to deal with them mentally, and that's what a USGA championship is all about. They test every aspect of your game, both physically and mentally.
Really quickly, who has the putting skill to be able to deal with that best?
Well, I've got to think right now, Christy Kerr. I've always really liked her putting stroke. Even on these very quick greens, right now she has the confidence to continue to release that putter. I think that she's the player that's going to be able to keep it together on these greens the best as we watch this championship unfold.